radio show in the nation for inspiration, and it's called Eminem Live Radio.
And again, guys, we want to welcome you guys to this amazing event called Being Single is Cool. Somebody say, being single is cool.
Being single is cool.
I'm sorry, that was weak. I need y'all to say it with power, with some umph in it. Say, being single is cool.
Being single is cool.
Because that's what we're all about right here tonight. We're going to play some games, have a little bit of love and relationships conversation, but you guys really have a lot to be in store for, so we hope you guys are ready for it. We have our first poet coming up to the stage. That's right, Misa?
Yes, we do. And with this poet, I know he's about to kill us. We got Tyler, aka Truth, coming to the stage. So real quick, can you guys welcome him for us with some snaps?
Hey you guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Quick question. What is your favorite thing in Valentine's Day? Just raise your hand to answer.
Chocolate.
That's an awesome part, but I'm allergic to chocolate. So, anybody else? No? No bunnies? Balloons? You like balloons? Balloons are fun. I popped one yesterday.
Flowers.
Flowers smell good. Well, that's all I needed to do. I'm kind of weird, so I had to ask that question. So, hey, yeah, my name is Tyler, aka Truth. I'm 14. I'm a youth poet, or whatever you want to say. I just say poet. This first one is called Snowflakes. Snowflakes. Falling in cold like the bodies dropped from a bullet, but just as beautiful as dying a martyr. They bring great emotion. They fall slowly, and she usually tries to catch them on her tongue, but she is trying to catch him in her arms. Instead of laughing, she cries, and his final words slip from his mouth. As they slip, it becomes the longest 3 seconds of her life. As his soul slips into the gray clouds, she looks up and sees the snowflakes falling. He died from the star-chested protector's bullet. Knees down in the cold. Her mouth is still open, but from the pain she feels. Instead of enjoying the snowflakes, she hates them because she holds something colder in her arms. His body starts to slip as she can no longer bear holding him. His face is now into the snow and just as white. Her face is now in her hand, being washed in tears. The tears melt the snow as they are now filled with anger. Why did the bullet have to speed through the snowflake? Why did it have to break it? Why did the snowflake have to be so cold? All questions unanswered. And as she rises from the snow trying to keep her composure, she gives her father one last kiss on his cheek. And for the last time, with all the strength in her, and knowing that she can't stay for long, she tells him, I love you. Snowflakes. This next one is called Dial Up. Well, I guess you're out right now, but I have to get this off my chest. I just have to let you know something. And I don't know how you feel about it, but here it goes. Look, I just called to tell you that I love you and I need you. I need to hear your voice because every time I text you and there's no answer, I lose more of myself. Because my peace and my happiness is within you. I just called to let you know that you're the reason that it's getting warmer. I feel your energy through the sun. I hear your voice in the birds chirping, and I see your body in the clouds. It's illustrated perfectly just as you were created. I called to let you know that you're beautiful. To tell you that you are crafted to be a goddess of earth and nothing less. I called to assure you that I'm still for you entirely. No matter how long we don't talk, how much distance there is between us, or how badly you want to end this, I am yours. I called to tell you that you're the most genuinely special woman I know. I called to tell you that we will laugh despite temptations, rumors, frustration, or any other sin. I called to tell you that I miss you and long for the day I can see your radiant smile again. I just called to tell you how amazing you are and how much more of me you bring out. It seems that the days get longer the more time we spend apart. But I called to tell you I love you. Dial up. This is another one that's romantic, I guess. I stole the title from Al Green because I really like that song. But it's called Let's Stay Together. Let's stay together. You bring me joy, and I needed it. Before I was with you, back in the day, before there was love, before there was us, before there was trust, there was a hollow shell of fake living and a secret depression named Tyler. He walked around with a hidden thundercloud over his head, smiled at all, but inside he cried. And when you came around the corner, with your radiancy and your pure beauty, you dried the tears, you blew away the cloud, and you brought back the sun. You. By being your true and simple self, you increased his smile. And when he's around you, he smiles like the Cheshire Cat. Because he knows he is going to experience that same great, passionate love and happiness that you bring. His day just gets better. So let's keep this going. I don't want back what I had. I want you now and forever. Please, no matter what mistakes happen, disagreements, or anger we have toward each other, let's stay together. Because together, we bring the cloudiest days sunshine. Let's stay together. Okay, could you guys put your hands together like this, but like ball them up as if you were like praying really, really, really hard? That'll make it better and you'll feel it more. Right, here goes. The prayer. As his hands clap together and fold into a double fist, they drip with his tears falling onto his bed. He finds his composure and begins to speak, and he says this. He says, Lord, who I am told is always with me and speaks to me. Lord, with who I know I haven't been forsaken from. Lord, who cares and keeps the world spinning. Lord, I pray to you. I pray as hard as possible to you today. I pray that you give me the strength to prevail to this storm titled teen. Lord, I need your help through this. Lord, I am overlooked, forgotten, disrespected, laughed at, ridiculed, and discarded. Lord, your son went through these trials, but I am not he. I do not turn the other cheek when I am hit. I hit back. Lord, I am imperfect and unjust, though you have blessed me every day to live. Lord, I wish and I hope you guide me through this. I hope you give me the power to keep me from crying. I hope you help me with the demons that torment my mind. Lord, I hope you understand and have mercy on me. Lord, I hope you can forgive me and take this punishment off of me. Lord, I hope you let me enjoy life and let me smile finally. Lord, I pray this prayer to you in a tone of begging, and I only hope that you can help me. Amen. And as the tears have soaked an area of his bed, he wipes them and lies down unto the next day of life. The prayer.
Repeat after me. Being single is cool.
It's cool.
And I feel like we need events such as being single is cool, only because we live in a society in which, everybody's always trying to talk about relationship goals and I gotta find bae and where's my man and boyfriend this and girlfriend that, and they find themselves kind of like being empty because they're trying to find that other half. You know
right, you look for someone so much that you haven't found peace and love within yourself.
Exactly. So with that being said, I feel like there's so many things out here that you're going to get out of being single is cool. I feel like we're going to touch on those things in which, when you felt lonely and how to get over this, or how you felt alone and how to find yourself without being alone. You can be by yourself without being alone. So many different things. But I feel like it's so important that when you are single, you're not looking for that person. You're not trying to look for that person. You're kind of like looking within yourself to figure out what you need to do to better yourself as a person so that you can be that addition and that, that added part to your significant other, if you will.
Yeah, because I know everyone has heard this. How can you love someone else when you can't love yourself first? So it's important to find that self-love and not have self-hate and things like that. You got to find peace and love within yourself before you can find that into anyone else or any other relationship or anyone, period.
Our next poet coming up is Talisha Johnson. Talisha is the author of Falling in Love with Picking Myself Up. She was a member of the Respect of Mike Slam team in 2010, and she has competed on a national level at both the Women of the World Poetry Slam and the Individual World Poetry Slam. Here's Talisha Johnson. Thank you.
So yeah, my name is Talisha. I'm really excited to be here with y'all today. I'm gonna do some poems. I was like, should I do love poems? And then I was like, yeah, I should totally do love poems because it's like Valentine's Day weekend, and also the show is about, well, okay, maybe not because of the show, but because it's Valentine's Day weekend. And then I was like, yeah, love poems. And then I was going through all my work, and I'm like, I don't have very many love poems, so I'm gonna sprinkle what I have in between some other poems for y'all, if you don't mind. This first poem is called Punchline. At 13, I kneeled before the porcelain bowl, watched it Cheshire grin, and promised to keep my secrets in exchange for what I'd eaten. 2 fingers always worked for the girls on television, kept their bodies as thin as spokes on bicycle wheels. I'd eaten too much. Again, like always, felt like I was one bite from being the butt of every wisecrack needed to get rid of this joke I call body. But my fingers would never claw far enough down my throat before I rebelled in a language I can never speak fluently. Did you know bulimia has its own alphabet? All the letters sound like heave and gasp and choke and burn and rot. The words are scalding, leave steam rolling off tongues in a trail of shredded esophageal tissue in its wake. The summer of 13, I tried to speak skinny, to talk thin, but the way you have to empty yourself, like taking out the trash, like you are the trash, scared me. I never got past gag. I'd stare at the empty toilet, angry with his grin for not teaching me how to avoid being a punchline, or at least how to turn the punchline into a poem I could love. Thank you. This first love poem is called Lent. And this is like never mind, I'm not gonna do any explanation, just Lent. The first boy I said, here, I want you to have my heart too, said he didn't want to commit because he was moving out of state. By the end of the week, he was dating a girl from marching band. The second boy said, I know, then left my open palm hovering in midair, still full. We spent the rest of high school at different ends of the lunchroom, politely smiling when we passed in the hallways. The third boy only said, oh. For the remainder of the party, he avoided looking me in the eye. Later, when he said, friends, I knew I loved him enough to pretend we could be. The next boy said he liked me first, so we made out in his dorm room until the credits rolled for a movie we hadn't watched. In the morning, I tucked my bra under my arm, slid my heart beneath his pillowcase. When he gave it back over a year later, there were fragments missing. I never asked what he did with them, if maybe they got caught in the wash, or if to this day you can find my love like lint in the back of his linen closet. This next poem is called Reasons Why Loving You Was More Entertaining Than Watching Primetime Television. This is my loveliest love poem, I guess. You once walked around for 2 weeks with a broken hand, calling it a sprain before I could convince you to go to the campus infirmary. You returned with a faulty grin and an entire cast of you told me so's in its cracks. Not long after the bone healed, you second-degree branded your love for me because you were being sweet and trying to make dinner. Turns out cooking hamburger helper shirtless doesn't mix. When my days dragged on like a child's blanket, you knew to do your signature wiggle dance, your butt clad in the blue boxers with zebras on them. My favorite was a pendulum swinging metronome, keeping a steady tempo to the beat of my laughter. And if I could not sleep, you'd transform your darkened bedroom with stories so that we were both reliving your childhood adventures, running through the woods with your cousins until I was finally tired enough to dream in your arms. Let's not forget the first time you took me home to meet your family. It was Thanksgiving, our first as a couple, and I was excited because you were the only boy to ever take me home. But all everyone kept asking about was your ex-girlfriend. Your idea of romance could range anywhere from turning on a sweet jazz song, pulling me close and slow dancing in your bedroom, to wandering around Walmart at midnight or watching anime. Although, in your defense, anime is awesome. I could laugh for days at your country accent that tickled my city ears. The southern hospitality in you would sometimes lend an extra syllable to words, stretching out desk to desk and swim to swim. It's true. You stretched them out wide to lounge on your lips, and in between my fits of giggles, you'd narrow your eyes and declare, "I'm country, damn it." And it was true. And a mama's boy, and stubborn and prone to injury, and you loved me. And love in real life is always better than television. Except maybe anime. Anime is awesome. So there was that. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. This next poem is called We've All Got Eyes, Man, and it's after a poem by Sharon Oates, and her poem is called The Issues, and in it she says, "Don't talk to me about politics. I've got eyes, man." And so that's where this poem came from. This truth is a raided home left ransacked. Its innards splintered by trigger-happy men, waving badges like permission slips to leave blood seeping into patches of public housing lawns. Black life gushes onto pavement, spilling like overturned cartons of milk. We aren't supposed to cry though, not when they say it was an accident. They were startled by a noise in the stairwell. They thought the wallet was loaded or that the 12-year-old boy with the toy gun was quicker on the draw. We aren't supposed to ask questions. Let them shoot first. Believe the blue even when it's covered in a red that is not their own. Watch as they celebrate with streamers of jaundiced caution tape, while the wail of sirens and bruised lights still miles away are all that wraps around the stolen body. An exhibition. There is no comfort, hardly ever an indictment. We aren't supposed to riot though, or call them racist, demand justice, march in the streets chanting the names of those they have taken, but we are tired of our truth getting broken into. Tired of it being swept under the rug, shot through with bullets. We aren't supposed to notice though, but we've all got eyes, man. We've all got eyes. Thank you. This next poem is called Loving You. Loving you is uncomfortable. Like realizing there's no toilet paper after you've already used the bathroom. It is inconvenient. Like a bad tattoo in a time before tattoos could be removed, loving you is a hailstorm of regrets with no shelter to await its passing. It is a car crash with no survivors, a metaphor with no meaning. Loving you is random, like rain only falling on one half of the street. I watch, baffled, wondering if it'll ever make it to the other side. It is offbeat. When I think I have its code deciphered, the rhythm of loving you switches tempo. It is painful loving you, like lemon juice licking paper cuts or sea salt swimming through the channels of future scars. Loving you is a time loop, where every day is a nightmare because I wake up still missing you, still loving you, still missing you, still. Loving you is a life sentence. It is black bars and keyless locks. It is gavel bangs for heartbeats attempting to call for order. I bet I've bled more pens dry writing about what loving you has done to me than you've shed tears over this. Us, tell me, did loving me hurt you this bad? Were my eyes ever trigger happy to your soul? Did the memory of my love leave death echoes haunting your heart? Did loving me leave you feeling like you were breathing with punctured lungs? Loving me must have brought out the liar in you. I remember once when you told me I was beautiful, I replied that I was broken, and you said, "What's the difference?" Said the beauty was in between the pieces of me glued back together, and I believed you because loving you makes me foolish, hopeful, human. I remember the first time I ever laid eyes on your flaws. Do you remember how I never held them against you? I fell harder for you instead. Loving you is a full-time job making minimum wage. Even when I go in and do overtime, I still never get what I deserve. It is dissatisfying to love you. Did you know that? Is that why you pushed? Why you fought like hell to free your heart from my grasp? Were you aware that loving you was this excruciating? If so, love, why didn't you sound the sirens sooner? But for my lily white take on matters of the heart became distorted, so that I couldn't tell the difference between loving you and hurting myself. I want to go back to the moment our eyes first locked and look away. No, I'm lying. I want to go back to the moment our eyes first locked and do everything the same, because loving you, as much as it makes me a martyr, is something I cannot undo. We wore each other's imperfections perfectly, but even on our worst days, we were beautiful. Some could argue broken, but I say, what's the difference? How can someone accused of rape by over 30 different women still have a sold-out crowd to perform to? People wonder why survivors of sexual violence don't take action against their molesters and rapists. This is why. Since someone so prominent couldn't possibly do that. Obviously, you cannot be a champion for the community and a heinous predator simultaneously, because aren't we women always after something or confused? If you believe that, then you have no right to ever ask why someone waited to speak out about an assault. These bodies have already been robbed. They do not fear the ones who have broken in. They fear the doubting of their police reports. They fear the disbelief from those who couldn't imagine someone so sheep becoming so wolf. They fear being renamed slut, liar, bored. This is a hungry nation, feasting on the scraps of mauled souls, picking teeth with the backbones of the accusers, swallowing the raw and bitter truth like a spoonful of pixie stick powder. Everyone starts off outraged, says, "Tell us who did this to you." But when we lift our fingers, speak their names, peel back our skin to show how their touch has been carved into our bones, everyone shrugs, says, "Yeah, but can you prove it?" That's how. This is called Thinking of You Still Draws Blood. So really not lightening the mood. I'm gonna work on that, okay? All right. I scold my heart when it stumbles barefoot into the thought of you. I've thrown your smile against the wall, watched it shatter dainty as hand-painted porcelain. I sweep your teeth into a neat pile. Your laugh sits on the coffee table, shaped like a shell gifted from the sea of your throat. Your scent is a fog rolling in through a cracked window. I catch my reflection in its glass. My eyes say leave, shout go, like I'm a stray barking in the yard. So I stumble out of the memory of you, ignoring the way your voice, calling my name, loops from the record player's speaker. The way I limp, the way my heart stings the floorboards.
One, the smallest whole number conceived, unable to be divided and positioned properly. And being single is beneficial. You can avoid compromising all of yourself. So learn to be naked in front of yourself. I'm having a great time at my best friend's wedding. I'm even part of the official pictures. Photo lens wedding. Laughing with the woman who was single like me. At this moment, I hope this is a never ends wedding. I say my remarks because these friends are very dear. My friends are getting married, and I'm still single. Drinking binge wedding. And people come up to me and say, oh man, hey man, you're up next. And as much as I've heard that before, I still have this slight cringe wedding. There must be a reason. There must be a reason why I'm on the other side of this broom. And until that happens, I'll try not to focus on the until then wedding. There's a ribbon in the sky, ribbon in the sky for our love. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Hello? Oh, hey, Mom, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, you saw the picture on Facebook? Yeah, I'm here at the wedding now. Who, me? Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Yeah, I'm the last one left, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm still young. I got plenty of time. Who? You mean me and her? Well, I mean, I did think about it, but it was so long ago, and you know we've been friends for a while, so I never really pursued it. I never really even saw that from her. Huh? You think so? You really think she feels that way? Huh? Like I said, I thought about it, but that was so long ago, and like I said, I never really thought about that from, you know. Yeah. She's here. She's even here now, but we didn't come together. But we here, even dance a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. I know Valentine's is coming up soon, and I know. I'm not with anybody, and I don't think she's with anybody either. So I guess I'll see. I'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey Mom. They want me to take some more pictures, so I gotta go. Okay, I'll tell them. All right, bye. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcus Gregory Taylor, but you already knew that. And I'm here to tell you something, to actually make a confession to you. Y'all want to hear it?
Yeah.
The confession is, I suck at women. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's my confession. No, I suck at women. I get asked a lot, say, Marcus, how is it that you're still single? I mean, you're a Christian guy, you go to church, you're good with children, you're kind of smart, you're fun to be around, you look way better than Idris Elba. And all those things are very, very true, especially the Idris Elba part. But I really just suck at women. I mean, I even took a list of all of my own attributes. See, I believe that I'm a godly Christian man. I mean, I was born and raised in church, probably conceived in church, probably will decease in church. So that's not the reason why I'm single. I'm not single because of the way I look. I mean, just, you all can see me right now. Just look at me. This fine Afro-engineering specimen that you see before you. This body that is made of twisted steel and sex appeal. I've been called sexual chocolate a couple times. This body, this hunk, this massive muscle that I inherited from my daddy. And this gorgeous, beautiful, lovely face that had you captivated and mesmerized, that you can't take your eyes off of. I see you all out there.
Tell him, brother.
Thank you. That I inherited, this beautiful face that I inherited from my mama. So my looks is not the reason why I'm single. I'm not single because of my politics, because I really don't have any. I'm not single because of my education, because I'm a college graduate from Georgia State University, home of the mighty, mighty Blue Panthers. So that's not the reason why I'm single. I'm just single because I suck at women. I mean, if you put like my attributes in a profile, one of those dating profiles, you know, like Tinder or Match or eHarmony or Christian-mingle or Black People Meet, or my personal favorite, for FarmersOnly.com. I mean, I'll be killing it right now. Be killing it. But the reason why I'm single is because I just suck at women. Now, to help you understand what I mean, I'm going to take you back to some of my failures. Now, first, take you to 3rd grade. Now, in 3rd grade, there was Miss Langford. Now, Miss Laura Langford, God rest her soul, was very, 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 very pretty. Very pretty. And she had some of the most amazing thighs and the most unbelievable, I mean, immaculate, amazing calf muscles. And see, because of her persuasion, she would wear shorts all throughout the year, no matter what the season was, winter, spring, summer, fall. Because of her persuasion, she could do that. So I had the opportunity of seeing her legs and her pretty face like all the time. And her specialty, she would teach us jump rope. So she was like, I'm bored, teach us all jump rope. So I went home every day and I would go home and I would practice my jump roping skills, right? So this is what I would do. I would do the crisscross, right? And the jumping jack one, and I would do the hop on one leg and the hop on the other leg, and I would do the frontwards and backwards. You know what I'm saying? Front foot, back, whatever it was. Anyway, I would do all that, right? And I would knock on her door every time, every week, and I would knock on her door. Hey, Miss Langford, look what I can do. And I would show her all the jump ropes, and she's like, oh, that's so good, Mr. Taylor. You're getting good at it. And then, this is where really, because I was so determined to make Miss Langford my girlfriend, I noticed the way she would eat tangerines and oranges. See, what I used to do is I would just peel them out and I would just stuff the whole thing in my mouth. But I noticed the way she would eat her oranges. She would peel them, and then she would delicately take one slice at a time and eat them. I was like, yeah, Miss Langford. So that was Miss Langford. Now fast forward to like 5th, 6th grade, there was Valerie. Now this is what I would do with Valerie. I would go, because she was a few years older than me, so what I would do is I would go home and I would pick flowers, right? I would pick flowers and I would go home and I would write a little love note. And the first time I did was I picked the best flowers I could find and I wrote my love note and I knocked on her door and I ran away. And then once I got just a little bit more confident, I would pick some more flowers. Pick some more flowers, get them all together, write another love note, knock on her door, And then I would just like hide in her bushes. All right. But then once I really got real bold, this is what I did, right? I picked some of the best flowers I could find, wrote the best love note I ever could write, and I put like some Jodeci lyrics in there. So I'd be like, you and I would never die. And I went and I said, I'm gonna tell her how I feel, right? So I got my love note and my flowers. And I knocked on the door again, and I ain't run away this time. I said, she came to the door, and she had like the prettiest smile I could ever see. She had that long hair. She had on this t-shirt, and I think maybe she had on some shorts. I don't know. But it was short though, it was short shorts. But I remember seeing her legs and the smile on that t-shirt, and I was like, yeah, okay. But she came to the door smiling. She was like, hey, you're T's little brother. I'm like, hey Valerie, I just want to tell you that I brought these flowers for you, and I wrote you this love note, and I just want to say that I think you're pretty, and I really like you, and here you go, bye. And I ran away. I didn't even see if she picked up the flowers, and I ran away. Now, 9th grade, there was Angel. Now, Angel made me a believer in love at first sight. See, this is what happened. It was McNair, 9th grade algebra class. And I was on one side of the classroom, and Angel was on the other side of the classroom. We're all in the back. And the teacher called her name. She got up, and it was like she was walking in slow motion. It was like, look at her, walking by, with her head up high. And I was like, whoa, who is this gorgeous creature that I've ever seen in my life? And her name was like perfect. She literally looked like an angel. She had like golden short hair, and she had like that gorgeous face, and then she had like smoldering eyes. You know, smoldering eyes. You know those people have smoldering eyes. She had those smoldering eyes. Then she had full lips. And then what made it so bad is like she just had on like a t-shirt and jeans. So I was like, ooh, I gotta find out who she is. Find out who she is. And then I saw her walk back to her seat, and it was the same thing, slow motion. Look at her, walking by, with her head up high. So I went home every day, and I would write like some love poems, and I'd show it to her every week. I was like, hey, yo, Angel, yo, check this out. Look what I wrote. She was like, oh, you wrote that? I was like, yeah, I wrote that. And I would do it every week, everything. Write down a love note, like, yo, Angel, check out this poem I wrote. She's like, oh, you wrote that? Like, you're real good. I'm like, yeah, thank you. And then, this was the cool part, right? She was like, you know, I never see you at lunch. Why don't you come sit at lunch with me? I was like, okay, yeah. And this is what happened. This is what really, I thought I was gonna get in with this. And my mom would give me snacks all the time. So I'd be like, yo, Angel, yo, I'm not gonna eat these Oreos. Or I'm not gonna eat these Chips Ahoy. I'm not gonna eat these Starbursts. You know what I want? I want you to have them, because I'm so full right now. I just want you to have these. She's like, oh, you're good? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, you're so sweet. I was like, yeah, I know. So that was Angel. Now I'm gonna fast forward all the way to when I graduated college, which took me a long time anyway. But when I graduated college, there was Jazz. Now I thought Jazz was the one, because you know, me and her, we had like a lot of similarities. We went to the same school. She liked to write, I liked to write. She liked to read, I liked to kind of read. And so I thought she was the one. And what really was the sign for me was like she invited me to her church a couple of times. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some real cool points now with her. So I would go to her church and I got cool with her pastor, I got cool with her mom and her little sister. And like her pastor would call me up and like, hey man, I need some help with something. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll be there, help you out. And I'm thinking, man, I'm getting all these type of cool points. And you know, she met my mom and dad, she met some of my friends, and we were just always hanging out. We invented this word between lunch and dinner, we call it dinner. So we would always do that, and I was like, yeah, she is the one. But it was through all these ladies and all these women that I was going off of this educated guess. So educated guess that, man, I got this from TV and songs. You know the R&B songs where like, man, if you just get a woman, you'd be all right. And that's what my educated guess was. Like, if I could just get a woman, if I could just find the right one, I would be so much cooler. And let's be honest, fellas, help me out here. Let's be honest. What guy doesn't want to be cool? Can I make it to you another confession?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to make to you another confession. Here's a confession. There's only a few things in my life that I really care about. My relationship with God, of course. My family. My friends. I got a couple of ladies that I care about. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do have a couple of ladies that I'm kind of looking at. Yeah. And it's one more thing. It's kind of a private thing that I don't share with everyone. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that out for right now. So those are a few things that I care about. I'm enjoying my life right now. I have a good job, making some good money. Don't really have to answer to too many people. Just enjoying life as a single man. As I said, I'm very good looking, as you all can see. And it almost feels like I have on silk underwear and I'm passing gas in silk underwear. I mean, that's what it feels like. That's how good it feels to be single right now. It just feels that good. You should try it. Yes. It feels that good. And so that's how my life is right now. But lately I've been looking at one of my friends. I've been looking at her kind of differently. I mean, when I look at her, I just noticed some things that I never really realized that were there and that I paid attention to. Like I noticed how I actually pay attention to what she has to say. Like I never really thought about it. I'm like, wow, you know what? She is smart and she is intelligent. And like I'm not just listening to her so she can stop talking for me to say what I want to say. I actually listen. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I agree with you. And then I noticed like the way she was, like certain stuff she would wear, I was like, wow, she looks really good in that. I never noticed she had those curves. I never noticed she looked good in those earrings. Like, whoa. And I heard her laugh. Like I used to, my laugh is like my thing. I never noticed how her laugh sounded good to me. I was like, yeah, I really like her laugh. I really like that laugh. Laugh again. Thank you. So yeah, I really like the way she laughs. I never really noticed any of that stuff before. And it got me to thinking, man, maybe this is like a sign for me to just approach, because I've always dated all these women, and it came to my mind, it's like, maybe I've been going all the way around the world to find someone that's been right in front of me this whole time. It's like she's always been right there this whole time, and I never even noticed it. So I'm kind of nervous, because it is Valentine's, and I'm going out with her, and I think I'm just going to tell her how I feel. I'm just going to lay it all out there, I'm just going to say, this is how it is. I want you, you want me, let's do it. I'm kind of nervous though, because I never really experienced anything like this. And I just hope that I don't mess this up. So, y'all wish me the best. It's gonna be a good night tonight.
Hello? Hi, what am I doing for Valentine's Day? Nothing much, I guess. I really didn't have anything planned. Oh, me and you? Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Well, okay, I guess. Sure. All right, I guess I'll meet you there.
I can be single as long as I know what this is. Because I expressed my emotions to you with great risk. Banking on that you felt the same way and was sure this was a can't miss. Because all the time we spent together, I'm sure we shared the same bliss. But I've been known to get ahead of myself, which can cause some bruises from leather. Still, I had hope that the ribbon in the sky would somehow tie us together. No matter how good I thought we would be, I guess being by myself is better. Since we can't agree on what we really are, I guess I have to accept that being by myself is my future endeavor. You know what she said to me? She says to me, well, I can see what you mean. I mean, I think we would potentially, possibly be good together. I mean, because we're always together and we have a lot of fun and I like hanging out with you. I mean, you're cute and you're a good friend and all that. But I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. Because you know my past and I know your past and I'm not sure. I mean, maybe. Like maybe if I saw something, like maybe if you could like walk on water or part the Red Sea, or like if you could even, this is simple now, if you could even just like run through a tree or break a piano or eat a table or something like that, then I would be sure. Then I would know that you're the right one. But I just don't know. I don't know. But I'll pray about it. And I'll see. But I don't know if we should hang out anymore right now. Because there's a lot you just laid on me. But we can still be friends, right? And I'm sure at that moment my face could have been used as one of those memes. You know the meme where there's this lady and a little black kid, and it's like, so you mean to tell me that you basically just cussing me out right now by saying you're gonna pray about it and we can be the F word friends? And I'm going to admit, I'm going to make another confession. I've been told that I love hard. But I was for sure about her, and this is the thing. I always thought that you should always just outkick your coverage when it comes to love. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, and this is what I've heard. And before I tell anybody else, I have to tell myself first. I've heard that when it comes to relationships, men just fall harder than women. And like I said, I mean, I've just outkicked my coverage. I mean, I'm always like, let's go, take it to the house, run it all the way. There's no reason to stop. Why are you stopping? Let's just go ahead. Let's just do it. Empty all barrels, empty all guns, empty everything. Put the cart before the horse, all that. That's how I am. Put all eggs in one basket. Let's go. Let's do it. Why are we stopping? What are you stopping for? There's no reason to stop. Let's just go, 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 go. And people just tell me, like, Marcus, man, Marcus, you love hard. Like, you love really, really, really hard. That's what I know. And like I said, I was for sure about her. I was so sure. And when I thought about her, when I really thought about like our relationship and where it was and where we were, I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I've loved her all the time. And I would just think about it, and I would go around and people would ask me, man, how are you doing? I'm like, man, I'm in love. How are you? And they'd be like, oh man, how's the weather outside? I'm like, man, it's lovely outside. It feels like love. You should try love. Have you ever been in love? And I would do that like all the time. And I would just go and I shake hands like, man, I'm in love, man. I'm in love. I'll send a text message with love, and I'm in love. You in love? I'm in love. That's the way she made me feel. And honestly, that thing that I didn't want to mention earlier, well, I'll make to you another confession. I had collected quite a few of rather adult material. The kind of adult material that's specially marked in your local convenience store that, you know, kids can't see and they don't know what's going on. Those type of adult materials. I had collected quite a few of those, and it just so happened that I had just one laying out. She came over one night. She saw it. She was like, "Oh, hey, what's that?" And I'm like, you know, it's just something I didn't mean for you to see that. And I tried to go grab it, and she was like, "Oh," and she picked it up and she started looking through it. She's looking, and I'm feeling kind of embarrassed. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what she's thinking about and what she's saying. She just keeps looking through it and keeps looking through it, keeps looking through it. Then she got to one part, and it kind of caught me off guard. She says, now this, you know I'm not doing that with you, right? And I'm like, okay, all right, okay, can I get it back, please? And she's like, hold on. And she keeps flipping through it and flipping through it and flipping through it. She's like, And she just keeps going and going, and I'm like, okay, all right, Charlotte, stop playing, for real. And I go, and I grab it from her, and she says to me, she says, you know that's not real, right? I say, Yeah, I know. And then I expected her to say, well, you know, I thought you were supposed to be a Christian guy. I thought you were a good guy. We've been friends for all this time. You look at that stuff and but she didn't say none of that. She just says, she just asked me. She says, so tell me, like, for real, like, why do you look at it? And at first I tried to play it off like, you know, because, you know, it's what guys do. Come on, like, what I do. I'm a dude. And then she said, no, come on, man, for real. It's me and you. It's me and you, for real. Just tell me for real. And I said, I said, I just get lonely sometimes. I get lonely. I mean, every time I go out, go to work. If I come home and it's just me all alone. Or I'm out with friends and they're all with their boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, and I feel like a third wheel and I come home and I'm just all alone. I could be doing something like really good and I feel good about myself. And then I come home and there's nobody here that pat me on my back and say, oh, you did a good job. I just come home and it's empty. I just feel lonely. Like even when I go out with somebody else, I mean, I'm looking, I'm just like, why am I even here with you? Like, this is not even going anywhere. And I want to say that to him, but I can't. Like the only time I feel good when I go out is like when I'm hanging out with you or something, but I come home and I feel alone. That's why I always call you sometimes. So I'm just tired of being alone. I'm tired of feeling alone. And then she's like, yeah, I feel the same way. I get lonely sometimes too, and I'm always glad when you call me. Then we started opening up about certain things. Like I told her, like some past hurts that I've been through, and some people that I even hurt, and how I wanted like a wife and kids and live in a nice home and what I want to do in my life. And then she started opening up about stuff that she's been through and how she wants to be this wife and have kids and have a family. And we just talked about like where we want our lives to go, and we just like open up, really, really open up to each other. And I don't know, as we were just talking the night away, and it got later and later, and I don't know, man. I don't know if the air just got real thin or what, but I reached out and I went for it. And we just started to get kind of hot and heavy. I mean, like, really hot and heavy. I mean, like, I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Hot and heavy. And it was like, whoa, hey, oh, we had to step back a little bit. And she said to me, you know, like, what would have happened if we had? And I'm like, what if? What would have happened? She said, well, what would have happened to our friendship? And I said, I will show you how special you want to be. And we kind of left it at that. So I thought, yes, this is the sign. This is what I've been looking for. And what better way like to express all these emotions that I've like apparently have built up Valentine's Day, I was just going to express it because Valentine's Day is all about love, and you're in love, I'm in love, we're all in love. Let's just be in love. And I thought it was going to be like those movies, the movies where you just express yourself and you finally say, yes, I've loved you like my whole life. I've been waiting on you my whole life. And he's like, yes, I've been waiting on you too my whole life. That's what I thought it was going to be like. I thought it was going to be that simple. I come home and it feels like every time I put myself out there, I always end up alone. Every time I put myself up there and come home, all I have is this. And I'm tired of just having this. I don't want to look at this anymore. I'm tired of looking at this. I don't want to do this. Please, Lord, forgive me. So here I am, alone in my room, looking down on the floor. No bursts of light, no gusts of wind is rushing through that door. It's just me. Just me to look at myself in shame. Trying to find some type of excuse, but I'm the only one to blame. I mean, how? How did I end up here in the place I thought I had left behind? And why do I feel the need to keep going back to this mud and mire like I'm some type of swine? And the sad part is, even though I feel empty, I want to pick it up again. Seems like this cycle has no stops, just a constant begin. So just one more time, just pick it up one more time. I promise myself, just for a little bit of fun. And after it's over, I hear God just silently whisper to me. He says, "Are you finished? Are you satisfied? Are you done?" And I bitterly respond back, "But God, do you really understand? Do you really understand how alone I feel? Do you really understand how tired I am of waiting on this good wife that you're planning to reveal? I mean, why can't I be like these other guys? These other guys that claim they have relations all day. They're with this woman, they're with that woman. It's all fun and games that they play. At least I won't have to feel ashamed when I go to look someone in the eye and I go and shake their hand." But God stopped my filibustering and said, "You need to stand up and be a man. Because you're not here because you're lonely. You're here because you don't trust. You're not here because you're unlovable. You're here because you lust. What a humbling truth. But a humbling truth that I wasn't being a master. I was just serving myself. And until I can let go of my own selfish desires, He wouldn't let me hold on to anyone else. It's another confession I'm gonna make. When I grew up, I learned how to be a night crawler. So this was back in the 80s when cable was just first coming out, and like our family, we were fortunate enough to be able to afford it. When I say we, I mean my parents. Fortunate enough to afford it. And some late nights, my dad would work, and I knew, because I timed it, I could just stay up longer than my mom. So what I would do is I would crawl out of my bed, literally crawl out of my bed, wait by my door, look to see when her light went off, and then crawl from my room into the hallway, into their room. And I would turn down the sound so I wouldn't wake her up. And I would flip the channel and I'd be watching The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, or Mr. Ed, or some type of B movie that never made it to the screen. And I was having fun. It was all fun. And sometimes my mom would catch me. She'd wake up and say, boy, if you don't put it back on my channel and go to bed. And then she would just like pass right back out. And I would do the same thing. And honestly, I got a thrill from being kind of sneaky. It was fun. But it developed like kind of a bad habit. And there was this 3-day trial that Cinemax would have. Now, if anybody knows Cinemax, when it gets to a certain hour, late hour, Cinemax turns into Skinemax. And I would be up watching Skinemax, and it exposed me to something that I didn't expect. It exposed me to like some softcore porn and nudity. And I would just sit there and I would watch. It's like a 5-6-year-old kid, 7-year-old kid. Sit there and I would watch and I would be amazed. And I would feel like ashamed and excited at the same time because I didn't know how to feel and what I was seeing. I didn't understand everything that was going on. But I couldn't tell my parents about what I saw because I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want them to say, well, no more TV for you. And I didn't want to get a whipping. So I just never told them. And I remember just being in preschool, it would be nap time, and I remember laying on the mats and I would be like squirming around and like this sexual way, and I felt bad only because there was no woman there with me, and I felt like, why is there not a woman here with me to do any of this with? And I thought something was wrong with me. And then as I got older and I went to 8th grade, whether real or imagined, I'm imagining or thinking that some of my classmates, they're being exposed to this and that. They're all at all these parties and they're coming back and they're saying, yeah, we did this, we did that. And some people had hickeys, and I would just be at home watching cartoons or wrestling on Saturday night. It's 8th grade, and I'm like, well, how come nobody's inviting me to any of this stuff? How come no girls are paying attention to me? And around that time, I got introduced to like some hardcore stuff, and I'm like, well, how come I can't have that? And it just got older. It just went on and went on. And when I got to college, and when I got to college, I was for sure something's going on. I'm like, I know at these frat parties and these dorm rooms, something's really going on, and I'm feeling left out. And I'm like, how come nobody is with me? How come I can't be with anybody? So I decided to make the hardcore stuff like my security. I said, this is going to be what I'm going to hold on to. And it was all because of this void that I had. This void that I thought I just wasn't good enough. I wasn't lovable. I wasn't secure about myself. But it was a void that God was trying to fill, and I just wouldn't let him fill it. And he's been steadily trying to fill this empty space that I've had. Oh man. I've been looking at this all night. Yeah, God, I know, I'm sorry, but I gotta go to work. Yeah, I'll clean up later, and we'll talk later. I just gotta go. I gotta go. Hold the bus! Hold the bus! Hold the bus! Let me see. Let's see what somebody posted on Facebook. See if she said anything on Facebook. I see all my friends were having fun last night, all booed up. Let's see. See what she said. Status single. Guess it's official now. I'm single too. Oh, she tried to call me last night. And I might call her back. My mom texted me. Happy Valentine's Day. Just want to say that we love you and that we are thinking about you. We know you're always out and about, and just want to let you know that we're always concerned. We know God is always watching over you. Psalm 68:6. P.S. Just remember to give us a call sometimes and check on us. That's my mom. Look up Psalm 68:6. Psalm 68:6. God cares for the widows. And for the lonely man, he puts them into a home. He brings out the prisoners with singing, but the rebellious are put into a sun-scorched land. God, I'm tired of feeling like a prisoner. I'm tired of being rebellious. Delivered from the silent frustrations of my mind. When you broke through the shadows of a past I left behind. When the enemy came running, ranting and roaring, Lord, you showed yourself strong in the midst of it all. My boy texts me. Hey man, I see your girl says she's single now. I mean, what's going on? I thought y'all was gonna get together. Are you single now too?
Hey, so I know you probably don't want to hear from me just yet, but I've been calling you and calling you. You haven't been responding to my text messages or my calls. I guess just hit me back. I'm outside your place. I bought your Valentine's gift with me.
Happy Valentine's Day. You know what my love got for me on Valentine's Day? She got me a question. She got me a fork on the road. And I took that fork on the road, and what I saw was a man splitting into different directions. I was broken. And my brokenness is the reason why I came up with my educated guess. And it's the reason why I'm single. It's the reason why I suck at women. See, because I always thought in reverse. I used to think that once I got with a woman that she would reassure me as a man. And really, it should be me reassuring her as a woman. I read this blog by Natalie Floyd, and she says, we all have this heart condition. It's a heart condition that needs to be addressed, because if we never address it, we can never go into any type of relationship. Any type. It's a healthy and whole person. And I always thought that you had to love hard. That's what I thought love was. You had to love hard. I thought, because you know your heart is the shape of two fists put together, but you don't love like this. You love like this. It's your hands open. And it was after this heartbreak and asking God, why? What is wrong with me? Why can't I find the right woman? And how come I'm always feeling alone? And what's like, God, really tell me what's wrong with me? And He showed me. He said, Marcus, son, you suck. He did. It was funny too. He said, Marcus, you suck. But you know what's cool about God? You know what's cool about God? This is why I love Him. Because He just didn't just leave me out there just to tell me that hanging in the air, oh, you suck, and that's why. But He said, you know what I'm going to do for you? So I'm going to make you the right person for the right person. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm going to make you the right person for the right person. Even if you never, ever, ever get married, if you never find the one, I'm still going to make you the right person for the right person. I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach you how to love. Because again, I always thought that love meant you had to love someone hard. Because that's what I thought love was. I thought that love was just like this rock group. Like big hair, heavy metal, head banging, burn down the stage, smash the guitar, sex, drugs, rock and roll, hard. That isn't love. Found out that love is patient. Love is kind. Love is gentle. Love endures. Love believes all things. Love hopes all things. Love protects. Love never fails. Found that God is love. And He's teaching me who I am. He's teaching me to love myself. He's teaching me to love others the right way. Because God is near the brokenhearted. And He saves those that are chastised in spirit. It's because of Him, this broken heart is being fixed. My heart is being fixed. Silly me thinking it was broken beyond repair. But now I feel the Master's hands inserting a stitch. I thought my heart was ready to hit the off switch. Really, I was just tired. Tired of feeling like my words were falling in the air. My heart is being fixed. And while I'm in this process of exposing my cuts and my nicks, I'm fine standing here alone, no curtains, no shades for all of you to just stare. Hopefully this will be an encouragement to the lonely when their heart is feeling sick. Because I have this tendency, this want, this need to find someone with whom I mingle and mix. So I put myself on the line all naked and bare. My heart is being fixed. And they say a man's love is life. And I found out that life can be so lightning bolt quick. That's why I spent so much time trying to find someone with time to spare. And I didn't mind spending all that I had on her because I thought that her spending time with me would eventually make me rich. Now I'm learning to be content. Content with this time of being unhitched. And it's really not as lonely when I go out here and I go out there. And I'm finally learning. Finally learning to love all of who I am. And I'm finally learning to love my neighbor as myself. Because my heart is being fixed.
What's up? My name is Lanisha. Just got done watching the one-man show, Being Single is Cool. One-man show, Marcus Taylor. It was awesome, and I hope to see more from him. And that's it. You guys need to check him out, Marcus Gregory Taylor.
And I just enjoyed myself hearing Marcus Taylor talk about his life and how real he was. Oh man, it's just it resonated with me deeply, man. I'm like, man, that's me. You know, I had an amazing time, man. He was funny, he was brilliant. You know, it's just an amazing time, man.
Marcus, I'm proud of you. That was a very, very wonderful show. I look forward to seeing more products from you. And keep it moving. Being honest with yourself and putting things out there. I like that. That was very, very encouraging for me.
Marcus, I just want to say that you are such a talented person. I appreciate you always putting God in all of your pieces and letting people know about that first and foremost. But I'm looking forward to seeing many more good things for you. Love you.
What's up? Hey Marcus Taylor, you did a real good job. I'm excited about being here, enjoying myself. This is definitely the type of event that I like to come to. I think more people need to come out and just to support different events like this. You'll be amazed what you learn. Always want to support other people that's coming up. God bless you in your career and your life. And one day you won't have to put on a one-man show. You will find the woman of your dreams, the queen, and I hope that you find her. And I look forward to seeing more events. So good job, Marcus Soulman.
Marcus, I have to say this is the first time I've been exposed to your talent. And when I saw on Facebook the title of your play, I was a little reluctant, but I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised. You were truly blessed in your talent. And I pray that God continues to guide you on this journey because you have a lot to do and you do an amazing job. So just keep on going.
I'm going to jump into a poem. I don't like Valentine's. I think it's bad because it's not marketed to the men at all. It's always about the women. But anyway, true. You don't see anything out there for men. It's always buy gifts for the woman. And also the history behind Valentine's Day makes me not want to participate in it. Anyway, so this is called Heartfelt Alert. I wrote this 2014. Attention users of Cupid arrows, are you suffering from fallen hearts, broken hearts, or stupid hearts? If so, we have the device for you. Heartfelt Alert. We prevent the breakup before the breakup. Simply send your hearts to us. We'll send you a test heart fail that is so versatile you can wear it on your sleeve. Did you find the girl in the Toyota RAV4 attractive? Do you think she is the one? Did the man that held the door open for you then flash you a smile look like he could be the potential companion? Let the Heartfelt Alert do the probability for you. We have taken years of data, put it in a convenient, easy to carry heart. A simple handshake is all it takes. We ensure that your budding relationship does not disintegrate on social media. We work hard enough to stop the drunk dialing. We strive to keep you looking for the one when we know you are ready. or when you cancel your subscription, we send you back your heart, unscathed and unbroken, ready to love and trust like nature intended. Money back guarantee.
I got bad news. In a time of cash rules, I'm slaving. Pockets full of bad attitudes and faithless statements. If I don't make it now, I won't make it. Surviving off top remain noodles and steakums. My cousin on Facebook, status is updated. He say if you're gonna worry, then stop praying. If I give a pound of Mayman, is integrity lost? Like Miss America, lending their jaws to Romney with another bonder full of women involved. I'm just asking. The unemployment line is a tough place to relax in. Seems to do more to stay black and pay taxes. Now I have to sponsor lazy folk. They do good for a minute, and the end the same with more like John Pat.
All right. I'm going to share a little bit of my testimony, and then I'm going to just flow as the Holy Spirit, whatever the Holy Spirit gives me. But before I go into my testimony briefly, I just want to share a little bit. Also, let's give another round of applause for Marcus. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his one-man show, and I definitely want to speak to him about helping him with some things. Briefly, I'm gonna share a little bit of my testimony, and I do this because it's important. I'm a youth leader and a youth minister from Philadelphia. God told me to come to Atlanta, and so just a little bit of my testimony. I'm not gonna go all into it because it's really not about me. But when I was in Philadelphia, God used me to start a gospel FM station by the name of Praise. And so Praise is owned by Kathy Hughes, who owns TV One and Radio One. And so they brought it to Atlanta as well and other states and cities. And so at the age of 12, I was not saved. I was born into Islam, which is a Muslim religion, and gave my life to the Lord at the age of 16. But at the age of 12, I lost my virginity. And I made a vow to God when I got saved. I got saved at 16, and I made a vow to God that I would practice abstinence after I gave my life to Jesus Christ. Before I gave my life to Jesus Christ, I was in the secular arena, so I was offered contracts to rap and all that stuff at the age of 13 and 14. And so now today I use the gift that God has given me for the kingdom of God. And so God has placed me in the kingdom strategically. And what I just want to share before I go into my testimony, it's an attack out, not just for the older saints, or not just for older people, but it's an attack out on our youth. And as parents, please, 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 I urge you, as parents, to please make sure you monitor what your children are doing. It's trafficking going on social media, where they're kidnapping kids. They're meeting up with kids after school, whatever the case may be. And I'm only doing this really quickly because this is what God put on my heart. And also, Kanye West has out an album, and he said it's gospel. It's not gospel. It's a satanic agenda. So be careful what you listen to, what you take in, because what you plant in yourself, it grows into a seed. All right? So, I was told to lose myself, but the only thing I'm losing is flesh. Understand, man, that the wages of sin is death. I used to use my gift to be like celebrities and stars who had fans because they rapped about clothes and cars, money and sex, claiming they living it up, not addressing the fact that young girls stay giving it up, promoting self when our voice is to be used as a mouthpiece to speak life for Christ, but carnal things they release. Where are the leaders? Everybody want to follow a world full of illusion where fake substance is shallow. It's religion and man's opinion, but I give you facts and it's truth, whether they put me on a hot track. I live it because I understand my purpose is not mine, but belongs to the one who ruled time. Refuse to be a statistic, I'm different. A warrior and can't be defined by man's definition. Why serve an angel who rebelled and fell, selling your soul when you really wasn't destined for hell? Why serve an angel who rebelled and fell, selling your soul when you really wasn't destined for hell? You gotta let none die. Why time fly? Yeah, I used to waste time just puffing on that lie, but I got tired of just following the crowd because they got no substance in their words, but they talking loud, laughing and stuff like this their world. Girls don't accept when these guys label you as a whore because you're not really that, plus they're not really facts. So stop compromising for these silly cats. You shaking and fast and flossing your stuff because you don't recognize that you're a diamond in the rough. I know you want love and need plenty hugs, but mommy, please don't turn to them drugs. She got stolen credit cards, still a 9 to 5. 3 kids, one on the way, another baby's mom. Age 15, chick dropped out of school. Now she's stripping in nightclubs where they play pool. My grandma was wise because she gave me her faith, letting me know I'm only here because of God's grace. So I had to play it safe and switch my style because fantasy dreams only last for a while. I said fantasy dreams only last for a while. I said fantasy dreams only last for a while. I said fantasy dreams only last for a while. So stand when you want to fall, laugh when you want to cry, love when you want to hate, live when you want to die, give what you want to keep, pray for your enemies, every visionary dream, and let's make it reality. But before it's over, remember I told you, even Jay-Z will bow his knee to the only Jehovah.
So we did the pass the poem, so we passed it along, everybody wrote a piece of the poem, and we're going to read out what we came up with. It says, do not arise or awaken love before it so desires. Be patient with the wait, the standstill. Love is patient, love is kind. Let love grow in you until it runs over to another in mind. Although she feeds me bread of bitterness, my heart will heal when it recognizes how true and unconditional love really feels. To love truly is to love for all time. My shoulders are strong enough to carry the world, but when she smiles, I forget how strong I am. Joy, joy, joy. Never spend serious time with casual people. Instead, use the time savoring every fraction of a second with people who celebrate you, cherish you, adore you, and pour into you. Never spend serious time with casual people because when you give your time, you give your life. It is the one resource that you can never get back. Never spend serious time with casual people. Happiness is happy until you define it, until you break it open, spilling all of it special happy will remain content. Keep your head up, even during hard times, because only at the end of a storm comes forth a rainbow. Once your rainbow has reached its way, happiness through darkness is everlasting. I am amazing. I am great. Confidence. Do your best and have fun. So you've been through a few things now, huh? You feel you've got this life thing down packed, huh? What if I told you that the more you know, you begin to find out how much you truly don't know? What if I told you that knowledge is endless? It's infinite, and the only way to really discover it is through life. To live life and let it teach you. That was great! Was there anything?
Give it up for Marcus, you guys. Give it up for Marcus real quick.
Thank you all. I just want to say thank you first to thank God for this opportunity. He gave me all the words. So he gave me the words and some other words I stole from other people. So hey, that's how it happens. I want to thank Under the Couch for opening up their facilities and for rushing here to get things started. I want to thank my parents, my mom and dad. My sister is raising her hand, I don't know why, but I'll just give her a shout out anyway. I want to thank my executive producer, Yolanda Foster, for just slapping me in the head and keeping me in order. My manager, James Miller, for helping me out. M&M Live Radio for doing the pre-show. I really appreciate you guys. Golden Browns and All Things Creative. I want to thank you guys for always representing for me. Cindy, thank you so much for just everything. She did the playbill, and she just came on and really helped me out. So y'all give her a hand. Yeah, y'all owe her money for the playbill, so. I don't want to mispronounce the names, and I should know the names. Kira and Cam, can y'all just come up? I'm gonna let you close, but I just want to give thank you to all my sponsors. Neophytepoets.com, please check them out. I'm on there, and some other really, really great poets on there. Talisha Johnson, she's going on, I think it was mentioned, I didn't hear it, but she's going on her tour this year. So please buy her book right now. You do have your book with you, right? Yes, and if you don't buy her book, just give her some money anyway. Because she's going all over the place. She's doing great things with spoken word, and like please buy her book. It's really helpful. And she's going on tour, like I said. I keep rambling because I don't know why. But yeah, buy her book because she's awesome. Buy, I don't know who you're pointing at, but buy somebody over here that's right here. Zion, please support her. Please support her CD. Who else? Support me if you want to. Buy Tyler, I think he has a book too. If not, just give him money anyway. And I don't know who else. Thank you all, Mr. Sean. Thank you, Randall Morgan, Ferocious. If you need anyone to do film, and he's professional and friendly, and that's hard to find because he's professional and friendly. And please just support him. Thank everyone. Thank you all. I have a couple of events. I have one event coming up. Let your voice be heard. It's for sexual assault awareness. I have flyers on the table, a few flyers on the table. I just want to thank everyone. Again, I thank all my sponsors for helping me out. Proform Audio, James Miller. He has DJ services. He's very, very good, very professional, and he's funny. So you'll laugh and dance at the same time. I don't know how well, but you will. I don't know who else to thank. I thank everybody else. Thank you. Support Golden Browns. I have one more giveaway. Nisha Long, she's coming out with her album real soon. Y'all see her, like seriously see her, because it's coming out real soon, right? Yeah. She's having a release coming out real soon. So y'all give her money like right now, because she really needs it right now. Thank everybody. Sharika Body, thank her for being a greeter. I give her a hand. I don't know who else to say. I think my parents already. They're great. I have books for sale. One is for $2, one is for $3. I think, I don't know. Did y'all hear what I just said? I just realized that like my neck was to the mic. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna let one of the twins, they're the twins, so I don't know whose name is who. But y'all didn't laugh, man. Y'all need to laugh. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go ahead, Saeed. You need to come up and do a song. But I'm gonna go ahead and just go sit down. And I have this, so I don't know who wants this. And I have some other stuff. I do have one gift that I'm gonna give away to somebody. But yeah, I have this cookies. It's very, very good, and it's gluten free. So you'll lose weight while eating it. All right. That's it. Thank you very much. I thank you all for coming out. Thank you very much.